No idea.
No idea. Go into a ground.
Dan,
Maybe you go to heaven. I don't know.
maybe.
Maybe.
Do you believe in heaven?
I'd like to. Believe I do.
He has
I-
very contradicting views.
What do you think happens when you die?
Well, you always hear about people when they die in hospital bed or something for like a couple minutes. They always have these out of body experiences, where they can see themselves. And I don't know. It would seem weird that if you just shut down and you were just gone out of existence forever. But I definitely don't believe in heaven. I do believe in some sort of afterlife, though, whether it's just having a view of what's happening somehow, or whether it's being reincarnated, which seems goofy, but I mean, we don't know any better to say we're not. So
There are no goofy answers here, Dan.
good.
So let me come to this. Just because you said that so eloquently, do you believe that we have souls?
Well, how would you
Do you-
define soul?
I would say, do you believe there is an essence or something of a human besides for the body? Or is it purely just the body?
Does mind fit into soul? I mean, that's kind of
Well, that's another question. Do you believe there's a difference between mind and body?
absolutely.
So then, essence
Yeah.
or a soul of some kind.
So I do think there's an inner self,
Mm.
definitely. But what becomes of it, I don't know. I don't know if it has any significance at all, other than being able to think things in your head without actually acting upon them or saying them.
But you definitely believe that there's something besides for the material body.
Oh yeah,
What do you think?
brain's a wild thing.
Wild indeed. So, Brett, do you believe that we have a body? I mean, excuse me, a mind or a soul?
I believe we do have a mind or a soul.
What do you think happens to it when you die?
Well, I think it lives on forever and ever. And, maybe it gets continued on in tradition with your children. I don't know.
You think it expands?
What do you? Can you explain what it means to continue on with your children?
Like lives on.
Well, no, I understand. Do you believe that the things you teach your children live on, or that your mind and soul actually lives on through them?
Just the teaching.
Oh, just the teaching and the
Yes.
impression you left?
Yes.
Okay. Very good.
I suck at philosophy.
So, we're going to finish up. And I just like each of you, in your own words, no time limit or length, just to say what your personal philosophy is and what you would like to tell other people about how you believe you should live life. Dan, I'll let you go first.
I think everything in the world is over dramatized. I think everything is taken way too serious. I don't really agree with morals, so to speak. I mean,
Would you elaborate?
I don't think that, if a majority of people think something is wrong, it's morally wrong. I mean, that's just the way it is now. If you get a bunch of people thinking the same way, that's just the way it is, and you're just an outcast if you think otherwise. But I don't know, really. You've called me an anarchist before, which is somewhat true, but I do believe in organization of sorts. I mean, I do think we need government and laws and rules to live by, but not these goody-good rules that people hear at church and stuff. That's really all I think religion is a set of rules for how you should live your life and a crutch for those who are too weak to make it through life on their own.
Powerful words. Thank you. Brett, it's going to be a tough one to follow up. What would your philosophy of life and what do you believe that you'd like to convey to other people about your philosophy?
I'd like to think I'm not a I mean, I'd like to think I'm not a conformist. I want to say that I live my own life by my own rules, and you know, I don't really care what people think most of the time, and
That's a big one.
I just want to be myself. I don't want to be Michael. I don't want to be Dan. I don't want to be like the great philosopher. Guess I don't know it, eh? Philosopher. What's one? Gandhi. I don't want to be like Gandhi. I want to be me. You know. You know. I don't want to be. I just want to be me, basically. Be myself. And do my thing, you know.
I think.
Very good.
And don't give a shit about nobody. Besides people I care about.
Were you gonna say something?
I
Dan?
think overall, what people need to live by is that nowadays you're either considered a leader or a follower. I think people need to be the individualist because that's what's missing in the world. People are either this or that. No one's in between where everyone probably should be.
And one last question. Brett, where did you work when you went to law school?
Hooters.